Hey people, CzarThwomp here, and welcome to episode 33 of Danganronpa V3. Last time we were theorizing some more how the murder happened, just mostly coming up with the possibility that it was done with a rope way. So, anyways, let's go.
Culprit's a real fucking amateur.
Sorry, I don't want to spend too long with the intro. I just really want to get into this. It's good.
No, actually, save for that one mistake, this was the perfect crime.
If Maki had never met up with Ryoma at nighttime, it might have been the end for us. Though I still don't know if Maki is telling the truth or not.
Shut up. Personally, I find this culprit frighteningly thorough. Such a bold, beautiful plan. I never even imagined there was a rope way.
Yes, and this is probably turning you on, Kyo. Just with the thought of ropes being used. Especially if they're straw ropes.
Oh, respect begins to bloom in my heart for this wonderfully cruel culprit.
What are you, stupid? Don't respect the culprit.
No, respecting the culprit's intelligence is crucial in solving this case. We're so close. We're just one step away from finding the truth.
Now, we just need to figure out who the culprit is.
But of course, it would be pointless to unravel this mystery otherwise. So, who is it?
Looks like it's time for me to start the main event. But my sidekick here is on a roll right now, so I'll let him take this one.
Okay.
You're just pushing everything onto Shuichi because you don't know yourself.
Well, Shuichi, do you already know who the culprit is?
Yes, I have a good idea of who the culprit is.
Hey, Shuichi, are you hesitating again?
What?
Come on, man, there's no need for that. Like I said, you're my sidekick. I take responsibility for any mistakes my sidekick makes. So use those skills of yours I believe in to shove the truth down their throats.
You believe in my detective skills?
Virtually everyone does, Suichi.
That's right. I'm gonna leave it all to you, Shuichi.
Yeah, I need to believe in my detective work. This whole staff would have been prepared in the gym well beforehand. Knowing that narrows the list of suspects. And for once, I think I actually know who it is. I'm guessing Kirumi.
It has to be you.
What? I was right? Oh. Thumbs up!
One more thing I still have to confirm. But Kirumi is the prime suspect.
The curtains were what tipped me off, personally. Just like where what put the thought in my mind. Because really, because she made the curtains. She could easily cover up that window to show that it was closed.
Me?
What? Kirumi?
Not Maid, Mommy! Maid, Mommy, never do bad thing!
Oh, so Kirumi is the culprit.
That is not yet a certainty. Let us hear her testimony first.
Is this true, Kirumi?
I cannot believe you would suspect me. If that is the case, then I will have to deny it. I will not let you make the wrong choice.
The wrong choice?
If you do believe it is me, are you prepared to stand by that decision?
Very much!
I will refute your accusations with all my might, for everyone's sake.
Insect me and greet Maki alone, alibis for yesterday.
I, of course, am not the...
Kokichi, Kirumi...
culprit.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
I don't like the triple firing in this game.
An alibi for nighttime? I believe most of us do not have one.
Ah, come on! Oh.
I was wrong!
Ugh. Okay.
The crime was committed...
Alibi for...
Okay.
I believe most of us do not have one.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on complex mechanisms to work. But someone like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done by anyone.
Kirumi is thin and has a nice body.
So am I.
He and Ryoma could have totally shared an inner tube.
We all could have, except perhaps Gonta.
To force Kirumi to implicate myself, my logic has to be airtight. Therefore, a hole in her story somewhere.
I, of course, course, am not the culprit.
Okay, Kokichi was in the lab, Kirumi was in the gym. It's probably gonna be Miu.
The crime was committed at nighttime.
It's 5 from nothing. I believe most of us do not.
Already did that.
I have evidence that proves the culprit.
Oh, come on. Nah, have it, Shuichi. What exactly does this evidence prove? Surely you can do better than this.
I was wrong!
I, of course, am not the culprit.
Hugo and Angie. And the insect meet and greets. Okay. Oh, come on!
Crime was committed at...
Ah! No.
nighttime. And you have no alibi.
Okay, it can't be Maki.
An alibi for nothing? I believe most of us do not have one.
Okay.
I have evidence that proves you're the culprit.
Do you think we would fall for such nonsense?
The trick relied on... like you could be skilled enough to pull it off.
Preposterous. That could have been done.
Yes! Okay, got it. Got it.
No. The only person who could have prepared this murder is Kirumi.
The 5 minutes.
Well, the preparations in the gym in any case.
The
Why do
curtains.
you believe that?
Before the culprit could put the body into the tank, several steps needed to be taken.
Like tying the rope to the gym window and putting a partition in the piranha tank.
That's right. Ryoma's body entered the gym from the window, but that required preparation. That could only have been done when Kirumi was by herself in the gym before nighttime.
But Kirumi was alone in the gym for only like 5 minutes.
Yeah, but she didn't need that much time.
Not enough time for the whole murder, but enough time to set it up. Enough time to tie the rope on the window frame and put the pain in the piranha tank.
This is my selfless devotion. While I do understand where you are coming from, I assure you this is just a part of your petty imagination. An empty theory created from nihilism.
No, it's not. Not great for meaningless. What the? Retribution.
If it were solely the rope and partition, I suppose 5 minutes might be enough time. I accept that. However, the crux of your argument is not but a gap. You continue to force the facts to conform to your misguided. When you consider that the crux of your argument is faulty, your entire case falls apart.
Advance. Yeah, success. Advance.
What do you mean by crux of the argument? How is it just a guess?
I am referring to the rope. Now, with that rope, it is possible to reach the gym window from the 3rd floor window, but there is no evidence to indicate this had happened.
Cut.
Oh, cut!
Yeah. I'm getting good with this. This is a whole lot easier than the second game.
I have evidence. The abrasions left on the window frames at the gym and the lab.
Were those scratches from when the rope was tied to the window frame?
Just tying the rope to the frame wouldn't cause
But the
so much
handcuffs.
damage. The rope that was tied to the frames must have been weighed down significantly. The frames didn't break, but they were left with distinct marks.
Those scratches are proof that you used a rope to carry the body to the windowsill.
Oh? What's wrong, Kirumi?
Do you want to give me a hug, Mommy?
What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Hey, what's wrong? Hey, 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 hey!
I swear, Kokichi is her child.
Is Kirumi quiet cause that's what happened?
Please answer us, Kirumi. Shuichi is doing this for your sake.
If it is for my sake, then it would be much easier to forfeit. But I cannot allow that, because I must do this for everyone.
For everyone.
I have a duty and a responsibility. I must serve everyone and protect them. So I refuse to surrender. They won't forgive me if I do.
Where's this coming from? Her response seems genuine. So what did she mean by everyone? Is she doing this for all our sakes? Am I wrong? Is Kirumi innocent? No, I'm wrong again.
Hey, Kirumi, who exactly is this everyone you're talking about?
Kaito.
I've just got a weird feeling about this. When you said everyone, felt like you weren't talking about us. It felt like you were talking about someone who isn't here.
Someone who isn't here? Someone outside of the academy?
Hey, do you think Kirumi saw her own motive video?
No, I've been thinking about something. I've been thinking about something that's been in the back of my mind. Who's to say that everyone's motive videos were swapped around? There's a small chance, albeit very small, like I just said, that Kirumi could have received her own video.
Huh? The motive video?
You saw your important someone in danger, so you committed murder, right?
Is that true?
I am so sorry for making such a mess. Because of that, I made all of you assume something unnecessary.
Unnecessary?
You saying I'm wrong? This everyone you're talking about?
It is all of you, of course.
Really? Do you swear to a tour?
Angie, that's not gonna work. You're the only one who goes to Tua.
Yes, really.
No, you gotta ask if she swears on Chibi. For Chibi's the light.
So please believe me. I am not the culprit. I do not care what becomes of me, but I will not allow any of you to die. Because I made a promise to Kaede. She wished for all of us to escape together. I want to fulfill my duties as the ultimate maid. I wish to serve everyone. So please believe me. You have to.
Kirumi!
Are we totally sure Kirumi's the culprit?
No.
Maybe it's someone else. Are we sure Kokichi isn't the culprit?
How rude.
Oh yes, Kokichi would have a ropeplay. I build ropeways on the weekends. It's an activity. I do it like a gondola ride. When the moon hits your eye like a big pizza pie, that's amore. Say, next rest, Ryoma.
Just can't believe Kirumi would kill Ryuma.
Kirumi's breakfasts were the best. She always treated us so well. She really is like a mom.
Yes, Mugi, now you're jumping on the mom train.
Perhaps it was after she gained our trust that she saw her chance to strike.
You really are screwed up.
Screwed up from head to toe. Even through your clothes, I can tell.
Shuichi, please reconsider suspecting me as the culprit. You only suspect me because I was at the gym during nighttime yesterday, correct? But you cannot accuse me of being the culprit with that insufficient proof. It is still possible for Maki and Kaito to have gone to the gym. They do not have alibis. They could have pretended to help Himiko, but secretly prepared the murder.
When you put it that way, it does seem possible.
We can't
Tons
accuse
off about
Kirumi
this.
just based on our alibis.
Guys, maybe suspecting Kirumi is wrong.
That's what the culprit would want.
Yeah, maybe we should think it over one more time.
I made a promise. As the ultimate detective, I made a promise to seek the truth. I made a promise to Kaede, so I'm not turning back now.
They're scared. They're all scared that they have to accuse one of their friends of murder. So it's up to me. I have to prove it using my detective skills to do it.
So you still believe I am the culprit? But there is no evidence to indicate that I am.
No, there is. I have proof that you're
And
the
now we're entering the final round.
I
Probably
realized
the panic
that you
talks come away.
determined that the ropeway was used to move the body. If it was indeed Kirumi who moved the body with a makeshift ropeway, then the final clue falls into place.
The final clue?
The damning evidence that proves Kirumi is the culprit.
Shuichi, won't you please tell me why you are so desperate to pin me as the culprit? Don't you want to protect everyone?
I'm doing this because I want to protect everyone.
Shuichi.
Then you're wrong. Your deduction is all wrong.
Your words aren't going to convince me now. Not when I know the truth.
you care about is your own reasoning. You don't even listen to others. I can't bet everyone's lives on a deduction made by a self-righteous brat.
That's making you look even more suspicious, Kirumi.
You can't save anyone!
No more doubts. I'm confident I'll right. Go present evidence and present everyone with the evidence that proves she's guilty. Just want to make sure. Black piece of fabric.
This is it!
Yes, black piece of fabric. I knew this would come in sooner or later.
The piece of black fabric in the pool. That's the final clue that proves you're guilty.
Oh, I thought that was Ryoma's clothes, but apparently it was hers.
It's been bothering me for a while. I couldn't figure out what it was. I thought it was just trash at first, but I couldn't dismiss it entirely. Now that the class trial has come this far, I know for certain. It's an important piece of the puzzle, because like the inner tube, it's evidence the culprit couldn't dispose of.
Huh? Why not?
Using the rope weight, you could slide the inner tube from the lab to the gym. But how would you control it? If it kept sliding and hit the window, the momentum would have thrown the body off. To prevent that from happening, the culprit needed some way to adjust the speed. For example, the culprit could have used their hands for friction.
Oh, Kurumi's gloves.
Yeah, so what? You're still wrong. Your logic is flawed.
Kirumi, why are you becoming increasingly erratic?
There is such absolute beauty in trying to fight against the truth.
What truth? That black cloth is just trash. You can't prove I'm the culprit with just that.
No, it's not just trash. It's proof that you're the culprit.
Finding out how the black fabric fits into this is the key to everything. I'll make it clear now. Her gloves. Argument ornament. Oh my gosh, Night Maid!
What is this truth?
Oh.
That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. You are incorrect. What is this truth? That is just your empty deduction. You continue to confuse everyone. In this class trial, everyone's life is at stake.
Come on.
Your self-righteous truth. Everyone might die.
Okay.
In
Come
this
on.
class trial, everyone's life is at stake. Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die. In this class trial,
Come on, how dare you do this? Hold it.
Because of your self-righteous truth, everyone might die.
Oh.
I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone. Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the
Come on.
You do not have any evidence. You are only providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone.
What the?
Why must you interfere? I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it.
Oh, that's how you do it.
Pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence.
You have to just hold it until the yellow bar comes up.
Providing us with speculation. We only wish to protect everyone. What does that piece of trash prove?
Yuki's gloves.
I completely understand your reasoning, but I will never accept it. It seems you wish to pin me as the culprit. You do not have any evidence. What does that piece of trash prove?
Kirumi's gloves. I was trying to say gloves. Gloves. Okay, now things are getting more fan servicey.
The piece of fabric came from Kirumi's black glove.
Kirumi's glove?
If the culprit were slowing their descent by grabbing the rope with their hands, there would have been a lot of friction, easily enough to cause rope burn. But our culprit was smart. They weren't burned because they weren't barehanded.
Yeah, the culprit had gloves on. One got all torn up from the friction and...
It fell into pool?
From what I remember, the only one who wears black gloves is Kirumi, right?
The gloves on your hands now. I take it they're from your dorm?
The extra uniforms in our rooms are made of the same material we're wearing now. You can test my theory by comparing the fabric scrap with your glove.
Well, Kirumi, will you allow us to compare the black fabric we found in the pool with your gloves?
Huh? What's the matter? Why are you sweating so much?
Kirumi, what's wrong?
In the end, I'm just telling them. I'm scared of revealing the truth. Because it means that someone has to be sacrificed, but Kayaki was scared too. She didn't let that stop her. She thought things through to the end. I faced the truth and doubted, and kept thinking, and kept going. This is where it led me, and I won't turn away from it.
I will show you the truth.
Closing our comic book time. Okay. The evidence made of metal the bronze didn't eat. Okay. Handcuffed victim. Carry the rope. Piranha swimming. Rubber inner tube. Then long. Okay. What was used? Okay. Swimming in tank. Rubber inner tube. Rope. Carry the rope. Rope. Okay. Jim's window frame. Okay. Window frame. Where's the window frame? Yeah, window frame. Okay, full one. Before the murder, what was put on the victim's wrist? Handcuffed victim. Okay. Where's the piranha tank lid? Okay, carry the rope. Piranha tank lid, piranha tank lid. Handcuffs in the water. Okay. Okay, where is it? Ah, here we are. Well, it was taken from the pool. Inner tube. Come on, where's the inner tube? I really like the closing argument in this game. It's really cool. Transport the body on the ropeway. Okay. That's probably not it. Ain't inner tube. And finally, Piranha swimming in tank.
This is
Yeah,
the truth of the
perfect.
case.
Okay.
The victim's body was found this morning during Himiko's underwater escape act. When we saw the piranhas in the tank, we thought that Himiko's escape failed. Of course, it was all part of the act. Himiko's escape went perfectly. But when Angie opened the curtain in front of the tank, we saw Ryoma with piranhas swarming around him. Before any of us could react, the piranhas devoured Ryoma's body. all that was left were his bones and the handcuffs he was wearing. That
Skeleton hand! Spooky, scary skeleton
finishing
hand.
touch on the culprit's own twisted magic trick. The culprit obfuscated the time and place of the murder, implicating Himiko in the process. In truth, the crime began last night, around 8:55 p.m. While preparing for the show in the gym, the culprit had a chance to be alone. It was then that the culprit used the ladder to reach the piranha tank and removed the glass lid to put inside the tank. They used it as a partition to force the piranhas to one side of the tank.
The rope.
Next,
Bam!
the culprit took the rope from the stage wing in the gym and used the ladder once more, this time to climb up to the gym's window. Once there, they opened the window and tied one end of the rope to the window frame. The rope was then thrown out the window toward the pool. These preparations were key for the culprit's elaborate plan. At nighttime, past midnight, the culprit asked Ryoma to meet at his lab. All the pieces were in place. The culprit was ready to murder.
Oh, didn't know that Ryoma had a ankle shackle on his ankle.
First,
Plank of
the
wood!
culprit knocked Ryoma out, probably striking him from behind.
With a 2x4 piece of wood.
Then, they put the handcuffs from the shower room on Ryoma's wrists. And shoved his head into the sink filled with water.
And they put the cloth in their mouth because that's kind of creepy, just putting cloth in your mouth. But just the face though, look at the
From
face.
the water and the pain of drowning, Ryoma should have woken up and struggled. The culprit anticipated his resistance, which is why Ryoma was handcuffed.
But why did Kirumi have a piece of cloth in her mouth?
The struggle left scrapes on the cuffs and sink, but in the end, Ryoma succumbed. Ryoma was dead, but the culprit's plan had only just begun.
So basically, she took her gloves off and stuffed them in her mouth so she could drown him. That's kind of weird.
They removed the cable from the tennis net and hung it from the window facing the pool. And then, at the pool, they connected the wire and the rope from the gym window. They returned to the lab after picking up one last thing.
The inner tube.
Grit.
The rubber inner tube that was in the pool's tool shed. Once back in the lab, the culprit pulled the cable, bringing up the rope. They pulled until the rope was taut, then tied it to the lab's window frame. And thus, The gym and the lab windows were connected by a single rope. After making a hanger of sorts with another length of rope tied to the inner tube, they hung the inner tube on the rope connecting the windows. That's how the culprit created the ropeway that was used to move the body.
The one thing I don't like is just how they make these so long in this game.
An
The first and second ones were
premeditated murder.
first one was also long.
But the culprit made two crucial mistakes.
Come on, Shuichi, you're a bit long-winded.
The culprit got on the inner tube with Ryoma's body and slid toward the gym. With the height difference between the windows, they would have built up quite some speed. To avoid crashing through the window, the culprit used a brake.
Whoosh!
They used their own hand to grip the rope and slow down. That would have caused significant rope burn had the culprit not been wearing gloves. But due to the friction, part of a glove tore off and dropped in the pool. Regardless, the culprit reached the window and put Ryoma's body into the piranha tank. The glass pane not only kept the piranhas and the body separated, it also kept the piranhas so close together, they concealed the body. After that, all the culprit had to do was untie the rope and the inner tube. But that's when they made their second mistake. One end of the rope came loose, and the inner tube dropped into the pool. Thus, the culprit was forced to leave two key pieces of evidence, the fabric and the inner tube. They couldn't retrieve the evidence because of the rule against swimming at nighttime.
Plus, the pool was just so low. No, we actually got a normal-looking sprite for once. Kinda strange.
And that's the whole story. Am I wrong, Kirumi Tojo? The ultimate maid?
It's not Gundam in his flamboyant pose.
Kirumi, that's the conclusion I reached. Do you have any objections?
This is very, very unfortunate, Shuichi. My pride as a maid demands that I fulfill every request that I receive. But to end like this...
Does that mean you admit it?
Kirumi.
Why use your own gloves, though? The warehouse should have had plenty.
There weren't any. Obviously, she would have used them if they were available. Jeez, Monokuma provided everything but the gloves. That's pretty sadistic. But thanks to him, at least the game became way more interesting.
So, it's decided.
This race was decided the moment someone, who shall not be named, opened their big mouth.
But we don't know that. Maybe the real culprit is someone nobody expects.
That is right. No need to worry.
Oh, Monodum, you're like a mommy taking care of her sick child.
All right, let's go! The heart-racing excitement as the blackened and the spotless finally face off! It's voting time!
Okay, we gonna get to vote again. Voting time. It's Kayade! Kayade murdered again! Okay, where are you, Kirumi?
Now then, it seems the voting has finished. Let's see the result.
Of course Kirumi would vote for Shuichi!
Who'll be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Verdict. Wheel of Monokuma! Speaking of Monokuma, what was my ranking for this trial? Miss 900. Okay, where did I get? Hey! Yes! 200. Okay. Woo, got another A.
Oh my!
Oh my! You all voted correctly! What an unexpected, unpredictable outcome! Anyways, I have somewhere to go, so I really appreciate that you stuck around to watch this episode. You're a great viewer, and I hope you come back for the next one. If you like this video, like, subscribe, comment, share, do whatever you want. I'll see you later. Bye.